Good day, children. Our today's lesson is listing and diagram of possible outcomes. In today's lesson, makes listing and diagrams of outcomes and tells the number of favorable outcomes and changes using these listings and diagram. So, probability is used to describe how likely or unlikely something will happen. It does not tell us exactly what will occur unless the probability is 0. It will never happen. Or 1. It will surely happen. When dealing with probabilities, it is important to be able to identify all the possible outcomes. In probability theory, an outcome is possible result of an experiment or trial. Each possible outcome of a particular experiment is unique, and different outcomes are mutually exclusive, which means only one outcome will occur on each trial of the experiment. All of the possible outcome of an experiment from the elements of a sample space. Then possible outcomes should not be confused with events, which are sets or group of favorable outcomes. A favorable outcome is the outcome of interest. For example, one could define a favorable outcome in the flip of a coin as a head. We use the number of favorable outcomes to tell the probability by dividing it by the total possible outcomes. The following are some of the methods that we can use. So number 1 is listing. So to calculate probability, we need to know all the different things that can happen. Example, suppose you spin the spinner. So for example, it's a spinner. Tell the number of ways of favorable outcome using the listing method. The sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, how many favorable outcomes that it will land on 10? There is one possible way on landing 10. Then letter B, how many favorable outcomes that it will land on odd number? So there are 5 possible ways. So a number like 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 on landing odd numbers. Then letter C, how many favorable outcomes that it will land on even number? So there are 5 possible ways. So these are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 on landing on even number. How many favorable outcomes that it will land on a number? So there are 10 possible ways. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 all landing on a number. And letter E, how many favorable outcomes that it will land on 12? The answer is 0, or no favorable outcome that it will land on 12. Yes, number 2. List the possible combination of food for snack. How many ways can you order a snack? So in our table, we have food and drinks. For our food, we have puto, bibingka, and suman. While in column, under drinks, we have buko juice, gulaman, mineral water. So let us see the solution. In listing ways, use P for puto, B for bibingka, S for suman, J for buko juice, G for gulaman, and M for mineral water. So sample space, number 1, P and J. Number 2, P and G. Number 3, P and M. Number 4, B and J. Number 5, B and G. Number 6, B and M. 7, S and J. 8, S and G. 9, S and M. The list shows that there are 9 ways to order a snacks. Now, take a look at this diagram. So let us read first. The diagram is a pictorial representation that shows arrangement and relations made for mathematical or scientific purposes. The tree diagram is commonly used in writing possible outcomes. So tree diagram is a great way to organize the sample space of a problem. So let us see the example. Number 1, Mrs. Castro can order dinner from the menu below. So this is the dinner table, dinner menu. We have under meat, we have chicken and steaks. Under vegetable, we have carrot and corn. Dessert, pie, and cake. So in our diagram, so we have chicken and steak, can be carrot going to corn for vegetable, while steaks can be carrot and corn. Then the carrot can have a pie, cake. Then our corn can have a pie and a cake. Corn, we have pie and a cake. Corn have pie and a cake. So it means the diagram shows there are 8 ways Mrs. Castro can order dinner with different specification of that he can want. So for example, if he can order chicken, then she can use carrot. Then for dessert, he can choose pie and cake if you want. Then up to steak, the last one is steak with corn, then pie and cake. So in short, the diagram shows that there are 8 ways Mrs. Castro can order dinner. So take a look at this learning task number 1. 2 color game dice were tossed together. Make list of possible outcome. If each color game die has pink, red, orange, blue, green, and yellow inside, use P for pink, R for red, O for orange, P for blue, G for green, and Y for yellow. Write your answer. So, sample space. Then, for our learning task number 2, make a list of possible combination of snack in your notebook. Use O for orange juice, M for mango juice, B for blue lemonade, O for Oreo, S for sky flakes, and R for disco. So in our chart or in table, we have juices and biscuits. Under juices, we have orange juice, mango juice, blue lemonade, while under biscuits, we have Oreo, sky flakes, and Ribisco. So you will write here sample space number 1, number 2. What is the number of favorable outcome of choosing blue lemonade for drinks? Number 3, what is the number of favorable outcome of choosing orange juice and Ribisco? Number 4, what is the number of favorable outcome of choosing any juice? And number 5, what is the number of a favorable outcome of choosing mango juice? And now, so look at this. So this is the rubrics that you can use so that you can get a higher score. So for knowledge, we have knowledge, thinking, and application. And under knowledge, we have demonstrate limited understanding of the possible of events occurring. Then if you want to get 4, demonstrate thorough understanding of the probability of event occurring. Even in thinking, you can get 4 if you can reach to uses planning skill with high degree of effectiveness. And number 4, for application, you can get 4 if you apply knowledge and skill in familiar context with a high degree of effectiveness. So let us tackle this learning task number 3. I read this to you. Aling Delia is selling snacks Our customer can choose from white bread or white bread. There are 3 kinds of meat and 2 kinds of cheese they can choose from. Make a tree diagram like what we had before at the top of our discussion to show the number of the possible combinations of snacks. So copy and answer this in your note. So in our table, we have bread, then we have meat and cheese. Under bread, we have white bread, then we have wet bread. So I confused before. This is white bread and wet bread. Then our meat, we have ham, beef, and chicken. For our cheese, we have cheddar and Swiss. Then for the for this activity, we have sample rubrics. We have also the knowledge, understanding, thinking, and application. And if you want to get higher score, you can observe this into your output. Demonstrate our understanding of the probability of event occurring. And even in application, you also reach 4 if your task observe this applies knowledge and skills in computer context with high degree of effectiveness. And for our learning task number 4, this is what we're going to do. So suppose there will be combinations of ingredients for a seafood platter. Each platter should have 1 shell, 1 crustacean, and 1 fish. Make listing of possible combinations in a piece of paper, then observe the activity in your book. So let us read the content of this box. So under shells, the scallop, clams, and snail are under crustaceans. They have crayfish, shrimp, lobster. And for the fish, you have yellowfin, tuna, and salmon. So this is direction for your task. Put a check if the combination according to list is possible and cross if impossible. Write your answer in your notebook. So number 1, scallop, crayfish, and salmon. Number 2, clams, snail, shrimp. Number 3, crayfish, lobster, yellowfin. Number 4, snail, shrimp, tuna. 5, clams, crayfish, and salmon. Then 6, snail, lobster, tuna. 7, scallop, shrimp, salmon. 8, shrimp, lobster, yellowfin. 9, snail, shrimp, yellowfin. Then number 10, scallop, salmon, and tuna. So for your assessment, so make a tree diagram and a listing of possible outcome when you choose 2 coins at a time. Do this on your notebook. So we have 2 coins. So head and tail. What you're going to do is a tree diagram like what we had in our first explanation. And that's all. I hope you learned from today's lesson. See you in our next video.